What's up, everyone? Jeremy here from the quartering, and the tide is definitely turning. And covering the unhinged ravings of Candace Owens every day is like guaranteed topic, probably for the next year. But at some point, I would hope that she sees the light and has some level of humanity, some scrap, because yesterday's lies were absolutely bonkers. In fact, she claimed that Erica Kirk removed her wedding photo from their set and said heinous things about her. Well, it turns out that she just moved it a little bit lower on the shelf so that Charlie's kids could see it. But that didn't stop her from ranting and spreading conspiracy theories that she's moved on. No, she moved it to a lower shelf so the kids could see a picture of dead daddy. Okay? That's what Erica Kirk, the evil person that Candace Owens has created in her own mind. And even now, the dam is starting to break, and Matt Walsh has spoken out. By the way, if you like the channel, you might love our coffee. We roast our own stuff. This isn't dropship garbage. You know that because we send it to Amazon, and nobody else who sells coffee does that because it's just dropship stuff. We roast our own flavors. It supports the channel directly. We have our top sellers are blueberry cobbler, strawberries and cream, butterscotch toffee, vanilla sugar cookie. We have it all in K-cups, whole bean, and ground, and even have 5-pound bags available at a discount. We make about $1 a bag. I'm not getting rich off it, but what I am trying to do is grow a business outside of YouTube. So if you want to support the channel and you drink coffee, give it a try. And if you don't like it, I'll give you 100% of your money back. Link is in the description down below. Matt Walsh now directly calling out Candace Owens.
And it was clear to me then, and has become all the more clear to me since, as I've gotten to know her more, that this is somebody with an immense amount of strength and courage.
Yeah.
So when people look at Erica and say, she's acting strange, I've never seen a grieving person act this way. Well, I agree. She's an exceptional person in an extraordinary situation.
It's one of those weird narratives that was started by the candy tards that, look, when my dad passed away, I went from helping load him on the gurney and into the hearse straight to work. Why? Because I couldn't cry anymore, because I didn't know what else to do. I had a live stream to do. What was I going to do? Sit and stare at the wall and cry? At least working gave me a few moments of respite, a few, hours to just get my head, out of the horrible hole it was in. And people throwing themselves into work is actually super common. Everybody who's been like perpetuating this crazy narrative has never been through any kind of real grief.
Handling it with remarkable poise and dignity. That is a virtue.
Yes.
And virtue is a strange thing in our day. And even if she were not an impressive person, she would still be a grieving widow.
Right.
She would still be my friend's wife.
Right.
And I would still feel duty-bound to support her, as I have over these past 3 months in ways both public and not. So what I am asking everybody, including Candace,
here we go,
is to please leave this woman alone. Let her grieve.
This has been one of the big things. Again, I'm not a big fan of like, oh my gosh, everyone has to denounce people. Everyone has to do this, do that. You got to do what you got to do. And Matt Walsh has gotten a lot of pressure because he's tried to remain neutral. And again, if somebody tells me, oh, you absolutely have to denounce this person or that person, I feel the same way where I'm like, maybe I'm not going to do that. So that it took a lot for Matt Walsh to do this.
Let her pick up the pieces of her shattered life in whatever way she sees fit. She deserves that grace. And we owe it to her. Not because of any specific debt, not because we have no right to question her. Of course, we do have the right.
Sure.
But we have a moral obligation as children of our Heavenly Father to be charitable and kind towards suffering widows.
Agreed.
Especially the widow of a man.
It's in the Bible, actually. There are passages about widows.
That all of us on the right say that we respected and admired. All told, the tragic reality is that 3 months after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, the leftists who want us dead are more emboldened than ever. They are thrilled. And that was always the worst possible outcome. It's a trajectory that, if it continues, could destroy not only what Charlie built, but also what's left of the conservative movement. A movement that is the only thing standing between Western civilization and the forces that wish to tear it down brick by brick.
Now, this was posted yesterday, but looks like now they said 3 months. It looks like he had said this 3 months ago, and Candace Owens continues to ignore it. Compare Matt Walsh to Candace. Watch how differently Matt and Candace respond to TPUSA's massive halftime show success. Matt congratulated, Candace mocked. Matt said he was proud, Candace called them frauds. Matt showed admiration, Candace showed envy.
TPUSA just had a bigger stream than any of us have ever had.
And as a YouTuber, this offends me. People who actually put in hard work, try to produce a show, you should be offended by this.
Proud of them. I mean, I did nothing. I'm just proud that they did that.
Me too.
If you did not enjoy it, if you did not enjoy every moment of it, then it's because you don't love Jesus. Of course.
Nobody said that. Nobody said that. And we're going to get into her heinous take here in a second about Charlie Kirk's wedding photo.
Of course.
And I love it. I mean, I think it's great. I'm proud of them.
Turning Point USA now has so much money that they believe that similarly they can afford to outright purchase reality.
They didn't.
And I'm proud that they did it, especially, given to put it mildly, what a past year it's been, that they could show up and have a win like this. I think it's extraordinary, and I'm very happy for them.
And we don't know how many people were gathered together, 3, 4, 10 in a room.
Well, it's the same thing that the Super Bowl does. Nielsen says, well, for the Super Bowl, there's 3 or 4 per room. That's why we say, there's only 40 million TVs, but we say 125 million people watched it.
Watching together. So we're going to try and put our...
Her 4-month campaign had failed. And by the way, this is what this ghoul said. The Charlie Kirk wedding photo that went viral this week was moved to a lower shelf so their daughter could look at it. Erica moved it to a lower shelf when her daughter asked to see it so she could hold and look at the photo of her dad, said Turning Point USA spokesperson. But Candace Owens said it's because they were getting divorced.
We are told that following that tragic ending, Erica could not even or didn't want to move any of his items out of their place in their bedroom, bathroom. That's what she told the New York Times a few days later when she welcomed them into that apartment, the one that you're seeing there. Well, then fast forward to December 12th, and as a part of her Shabbat Shalom PR blitz, she conducted her very...
That's her counter-signaling or signaling her Jews bad audience.
First interview from Charlie's home office. She gave that interview to Glenn Beck. And during that interview, she was playing the part, as you are about to see.
Playing the part?
This is my first time back in his office. And she keeps looking down and she says, sorry, I'm looking down. I'm just looking at all of these things that Charlie left over on his desk. The obvious insinuation to the public being that she had not yet traversed into that space. She had not gone through the thing.
Again, it's still on the studio shelf, just lower down where their daughters can look at it. Here's Alex Jones, evil vultures. Sassafras, I'm beyond disgusted with Candace Owens. I have gotten to a point where I block her little cult following because it doesn't sit right in my soul. I mean, there's a lot of, when I started making videos, and it was basically day one when she was putting out these asinine made-up theories, I lost a lot of subscribers. I did. There was a real price to that. And some of them have come back because they've seen, oh, well, and I forgive anybody for, not that you need me to do it, but like for getting kind of sucked into her nonsense. Because, hey, everyone loves a good conspiracy theory, and I would never judge people for that. But we're way past her just being dumb and into her actually being evil. Imagine somebody examining every square inch of your life and commenting on it. It's the most depressing thing I've learned over the past year is that there are way more idiots in this world than I thought. I mean, I don't know who's tuning in to Candace Owens' show. Again, I'm assuming it's apolitical wine moms, but I would like to make an appeal to the people that are still tuning in. Okay, if you made it to the end of this video, you've proven that you're at least willing to hear me out. Your tuning in to this show is not without damage. You are encouraging a demonic human being to continue to try and make the life of a woman whose husband was assassinated a living hell. Candace Owens is making Erica Kirk relive the day that her husband was taken from her every single day. Her husband dies again every single day because of Candace Owens. And so if you're tuning into her show thinking, it's just entertainment. Yeah, I understand that. But the reality of it is, it's not just entertainment. You're feeding a demonic being that is gaining energy, clout, money, power of destroying a woman's life, making her suffer over and over again. I don't care if you don't like TPUSA. I don't care if you don't like conservatives. I don't care if you're apolitical. Just understand that when you tune into Candace Owens every day, you are helping her terrorize this woman and her small children for profits. I wish people would wake up, because it is so gross what she's doing. I hope you're informed by this video. If you were, please do leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe or follow down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.